Hello there friends and followers, and welcome to this X-Plane 11 video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the highly anticipated Phenom 300 by Aerobask for X-Plane 11. Before we begin our preview of the aircraft, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the Aerobask team for providing me with a copy of the aircraft to showcase here on the Q8Pilot channel. The Phenom 300 is a jet aircraft developed by Brazilian aerospace manufacturer Embraer. Quality and Aerobask go hand in hand, and this Phenom 300 is not an exception. As you can see, the 3D model is an exquisite replica of the real aircraft. The final finish, the texture work, the fine attention to detail is highly commendable. A really very well made aircraft in terms of the exterior 3D modeling and the texture work. A closer look here at the aircraft fuselage and the engine modeling reveals the amount of work and the attention to detail that Aerobask employs in their development of payware aircraft for X-Plane 11. In terms of the exterior 3D modeling and the texture work, this is really a work of art, an aircraft that is very well modeled, very well textured, and highly detailed. The interior 3D modeling and texture work is again a work of art, just like the exterior, a very high quality rendition of the real aircraft, and everything looks very real. The use of PBR is done quite well. Again, 4K textures, everything is sharp, crisp, and clear. It creates for a very authentic and immersive experience. The Phenom 300 by Aerobask ships with a fully modeled passenger cabin. The passenger cabin, just like the exterior and the 3D cockpit, is modeled with very high quality textures. The modeling is done quite well, again creates for a very immersive environment overall. As it is the case with almost all Aerobask aircraft, you can expect to interact with the different elements inside the passenger cabin, such as the door and the passenger tray. And guess what? Even the lavatory has been modeled. For added fun and interactivity with the passenger cabin, Aerobask has made it possible to interact with the passenger window shades. In terms of the overall 3D modeling, the texture work, the attention to detail, the interactivity, and the final finish, this is, again, another masterpiece of an aircraft by Aerobask. Aerobask has integrated a fully functional control panel to accompany this aircraft. To access the control panel, you simply click on the Aerobask button located here. The control panel gives you access to the ground options, V-speeds, more options, sounds, and the About section. The ground options give you the ability to manipulate the aircraft fuel and payload information. You can also toggle the passenger door, the baggage doors, the cargo doors, the fuel panels, and open the GPU panel and connect the ground power unit. We're going to go ahead and open the passenger door, and let's take a look at the outside. As you can see now, we have all the exits open, including the front cargo, the passenger door. You can see the static elements, the chocks there, and the engine covers. You can see the rear cargo door open as well. You can see from the right side of the aircraft that the GPU panel door is now open, ready for the GPU to be connected to the aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for us now to start the aircraft from its cold and dark state and take it for a short flight around Rio de Janeiro. We're going to make a few turns and head back to the airport and land the aircraft. All right, let's go ahead and close the control panel and start the aircraft. First, let's close all the aircraft exits. You have probably taken notice of the beautiful high-quality F-mount sounds that accompany this aircraft as we close the passenger door. In my view, the high-quality sounds are just as important as the overall 3D modeling and the deep system simulation in a payware aircraft. Now, Aerobask actually excel in all three departments. They create beautiful aircraft, the 3D modeling is exquisite, The sounds are of the highest quality, and there is, of course, a very deep system simulation of what the aircraft does in real life. So this is an aircraft, just from my initial first impressions, this is really an aircraft that you must get a hold of. If you like this type of aircraft, if you like lighter jets, this aircraft is definitely one to have in your hangar. It definitely, so far, receives my highest commendation and the Q8Pilot seal of approval for the aesthetics and for the sounds, for the control panel, the features. Really very well made aircraft. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start it from its cold and dark state. We're going to take it for a short flight, and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts on the aircraft. So let's get started. First thing first, let's head over here and start the batteries. Battery 1, battery 2, listen to those sounds. Absolutely beautiful. And actually it doesn't take it doesn't take a lot to start the aircraft, so let's make sure that we have our nav lights turned on. And again, the Garmin devices, just really beautiful aircraft, very, very detailed aircraft. There's a lot of depth in the system simulation. All right, let's go ahead and start the aircraft. We're going to put the engine ignition on auto. And let's see here. Everything else looks good here. Let's go ahead and start the right engine. Start.
TCAS test. Pass.
And there we go. Just listen to those sounds. Gorgeous. Absolutely love the sounds on this aircraft. Again, you can see the animation, the engine animation here. It looks very good. Those engines are just phenomenal. All right, we have a good start on the left engine. Let's go ahead and start the right engine. By the way, we should have conducted the tests here before we started the aircraft. So we can start testing all the elements here. Fire test, let's just wait for the engines to start. And looks like we have a good start on the right engine as well. Let's go ahead and turn on our generators. Generator 1 and 2 are on. Bleeds 1 and 2. And the pneumatic bleed is on auto. And let's take a look here. Emergency light is not armed. We'll go ahead and arm it. And oxygen low pressure. So now that should take care of the oxygen. ECS 1 and 2 are off. All right, let's, I'm not exactly sure, but see, engine eyes protection, windshield 1 and 2. And let's see here. Cabin fan, put those on medium. ECS on both, and that takes care of that. And we're pretty much ready to go now. So we're going to put the lights on taxi. But before we do so, before we actually begin the taxi, if we perform the takeoff test here, so we are going to set flaps 1 for departure, and there's a takeoff config test here.
No takeoff. Flaps. No takeoff. Brake.
Okay, flaps. And if we release the parking brake, you'll see that there is a message here. It says SWPS untested. All right, so we're going to set the parking brake again. Listen to the sounds again, beautiful sounds. And we're going to conduct all the tests here. This is the one, I believe one of these is the one that we need to do. But this is the fire test. That looks good. Stall.
Stall.
And ice.
Stall.
And now, if we release the parking brake, we should not get the warning that we got earlier. So release parking brake, and as you can see, we do not get the warning now. All right, let's go ahead and taxi to the runway and take off. We're going to take off at about 105 knots or so. Listen to the sounds. Gorgeous. Right, and we are gonna turn on the landing lights, strobe lights. And once we are back at the airport, we're gonna take a look at the lights inside the cockpit during nighttime. Right, we're approaching the runway.
3.
Those sounds are phenomenal. Right, 105, rotate. Positive rate, gear is going up. Wow, tell you, the sounds and just the overall feel of this aircraft is just gorgeous. Gotta love hand flying this aircraft. Let's reduce our speed here. We don't want to get too high or too fast because we're gonna head back to the airport and land momentarily. Start to trim the aircraft here a bit. Beautiful. Just really very, very immersive aircraft. Let's make a turn here. And by the way, this aircraft has integration with AviTab. If you're wondering, all you need to do is click here, and there you go. You have your AviTab integrated into the aircraft. Really fine aircraft by Aerobask. Look at those textures. Just really very fine, beautiful aircraft to hand fly. We're going to start reducing our speed now and head back over to the airport and land. Just really gorgeous aircraft by Aerobask. And just guys, as a reminder, the aircraft is still in beta, but I'll tell you, this aircraft receives the highest Q8Pilot recommendations and commendations. I'm very confident to recommend this aircraft. And I'm sure that you guys will really enjoy this aircraft a lot. I've changed the time of day for our landing back into Rio de Janeiro so that we can take a look at the night lighting in the 3D cockpit. And as you can see, it looks absolutely phenomenal. Really a very well-made aircraft by Aerobask all around. Right, let's go ahead and lower the landing gear. This Phenom 300 by Aerobask, really a wonderful aircraft to fly. It looks good, it feels good, very well made, very well modeled. The sounds are just phenomenal. Very, very immersive aircraft.
Approaching 28.
Right, we are almost there. Reduce our speed to about 105 knots. For landing. Spectacular approach into Rio de Janeiro in this Aerobask Phenom 300. You can see that there's a little bit of crosswind there, and I tell you, this aircraft is an absolute joy to hand fly. I'm just really having a ball with it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The Phenom 300 by Aerobask, an aircraft that is well modeled, highly detailed, and an absolute fun to fly. This aircraft, without a doubt, receives the Q8Pilot seal of approval and my highest commendation, the Platinum Award. Well, folks, this is what I wanted to share with you in this video. I hope that you've enjoyed this preview of the Phenom 300. If you have any questions, please do post them in the comments section below. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.